Good afternoon.
The New Hope agenda, particularly in addressing the national food security emergency. He highlighted the agency's interventions in the state, including the completion of major dams, erosion control projects, and concrete channelization works in Akure.
We seek to strengthen collaboration with our administration in the following critical areas: enhancing security across farming zones, expanding and rehabilitating return for infrastructure and farmland, supporting farmers with input and machinery, promoting aquaculture, especially at the Wena Dam, developing agro-processing to reduce post-harvest loss, and most importantly, Your Excellency, implementing our youth in agricultural initiative, aim at empowering the new generation through sustainable agricultural training and inclusive economic opportunities.
Governor Aiyedatiwa expressed the readiness of his administration to partner with the agency in enhancing agricultural production, improving water resource management, and encouraging youth participation in agribusiness across the state. He says the government is providing targeted support for smallholder farmers through improved access to inputs, irrigation services, and infrastructure development. The governor also disclosed ongoing efforts to deliver clean, potable water to Akure and surrounding communities through a World Bank supported water project using the completed Owena Dam. He emphasized plans to activate agribusiness initiatives in all government areas.
We are here to collaborate with you. Your office is in Benin, but you have a local office here in the state. So unfortunately, I have not gotten a brief from your state before now. I never even knew that you have an office in the state. But it's good to know that you have one. So now that you want to have presence in terms of farm in every local government within your mandate area, so the state office will be more active going forward. Even with my own instruction to all my 18 local government chairmen, that they must embrace agribusiness. We're also trying to encourage our youth, to go into farming, into agribusiness. In fact, we actually have an agency, Osrc, which is saddled with mobilizing, encouraging youth, and even farmers in general into agri and agribusiness. They should see agriculture not just self-subsistence only, that it can be a real business that they can invest in.
On land management, Aiyedatiwa acknowledged challenges of illegal occupation on the agency's lands due to years of neglect, but assures that his administration is open to negotiation. He proposed the creation of farming zones for displaced local farmers and promised engagement with traditional rulers to reclaim encroached assets for agricultural use. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
And in support of Ondo State's government drive to develop the riverine area, the Ondo State House of Assembly has passed into law the 2025 appropriation bill of the Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, SOPADEC. The bill, which has a balanced projection of over 33 billion naira, reflects the economic reality of the state and prioritizes inclusive development across all mandate areas. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi reports.
The passage of the 2025 SOPADEC appropriation bill was sequel to the presentation of the ad hoc committee reports. The bill, estimated at 33,860,150,000 naira, focuses on capital projects, empowerment, and scholarship programs for residents of the mandate areas. Chairman of the committee and lawmaker representing SL the constituency, Oluwatoyin Ali, explained that the projected revenue of 40% of the 13% oil derivation fund is in tandem with the provisions for SOPADEC in the 2025 budget of Ondo State. Other lawmakers who spoke on the budget acknowledged the significant role of the Commission in maintaining peace in the coastal area of the state through implementation of various developmental projects. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, advised Osopadec management to ensure equitable distribution of projects across all mandate areas. Then the budget was passed into law after a voice vote.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The bill of Osrc is now passed into law for the use of the good people of Ondo State. Thank you.
The 2025 Osrc appropriation law is expected to drive sustainable development, peace and economic inclusion in the oil-producing communities of Ondo State. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
The Ondo State government has re-emphasized its commitments to delivering quality healthcare services to the people of the state. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, while flagging off the 3-day Odatiwa free rural medical outreach at Owodi Owena in a federal local government area, stated that his administration will continue to prioritize inclusivity across all sectors. Omoriola Ngbeji reports that the aged and vulnerable gathered at the Bullet Town Hall for the medical exercise.
The free medical outreach designed to serve people at the grassroots is being carried out by the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Flagging off the activities, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, represented by Special Advisor on Health, Professor Simidele Odimayo, emphasized that health is wealth and assured the people of improved health facilities.
It is actually expected to meet the rural areas so that we can be able to meet these people before the hypertension becomes stroke, before the diabetes become coma, and so many of complications arising. We are just here to meet it so that we can be able to take care of them and also bring them up to be more responsive to healthcare services.
Special Advisor to the Governor on Women Affairs, Dr. Sheun Osamaye, said Governor Ayedatiwa is concerned about the health of the aged and vulnerable in society, hence the directive to take proactive measures. She noted that the present administration in Ondo State is committed to ensuring that no one is left out of the dividends of democracy.
Can see the excitement of the women, especially the elderly and the vulnerables. Most importantly, even the physically challenged, people living with disabilities. They are here to receive free medical care, health check, free testing, free drugs, free blood tests, and of course free health insurance, all courtesy of the visionary leadership of Our Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisaye, that's why the Executive Governor of Ondo State. I want to tell you categorically that our people are happy because this is the grassroots health enablement for the vulnerable and the elderly.
Community leaders and other beneficiaries commended Governor Ayedatiwa, describing the intervention as timely and impactful.
The Gary Governor for remembering us to give the program to our community. I feel so good and I feel happy.
The medical outreach was also extended to other communities, Ijare and Ilaramokin, within the same local government area. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
In another development, nurses employed by the Ondo State Hospital Management Board, HMB, have protested in Akure seeking resolution of issues from the 2022 conversion exercise. The nurses, under the Concerned Nurses of 2022 HMB Conversion Exercise Platform, are advocating for the replacement of the conversion policy with an upgrading system, especially for those who have gained additional qualifications. The nurses claim the conversion process has led to demotions and professional stagnation, with some remaining on the same grade levels for 12 to 16 years, despite obtaining higher qualifications. They also raised concerns about a letter stating their next promotion will only be due in 2027, despite meeting requirements for the regular 2025 promotion cycle. The group appeals to Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to intervene and implement key demands, including replacing conversion with upgrading, reclassifying those affected by the 2022 conversion as upgraded, compassionate upgrading for long-serving officers, and proper adjustment of degree nurses to the correct entry point. Building a bullying-free generation is a collective responsibility that involves parents, teachers, and children alike. Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by the chairman of the Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, Victor Olabinta, gave the assertion at a one-day workshop for strategic stakeholders. The event was held to commemorate the 2025 National Children's Day celebration in Ondo State. Omori Olangweji reports that the workshop was organized by the Ondo State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development.
Themed, Stand Up, Speak Up, Building a Bullying-Free Generation. The one-day workshop brought together strategic stakeholders as part of activities marking the 2025 National Children's Day celebration. Among the attendees are school administrators from both primary and secondary schools, parents, politicians, persons with disabilities, and other relevant stakeholders. Governor Aiyedatiwa, represented by SUBEB Chairman Victor Olabinton, identified various forms of bullying, including physical, verbal, emotional, sexual, and cyberbullying. He stressed the urgent need for parents, caregivers, educators, and children to adopt concrete strategies to recognize bullying, reduce its occurrence, and minimize its impact on children's daily lives.
For children to be successful, they need to feel safe in their environment. This includes a bully-free learning environment. Kids and teens who are victims of bullying can suffer from physical symptoms and injuries, depression, anxiety, fear, or low esteem. Some kids have turned to suicide as an alternative.
Stakeholders, including the guest speaker, shared their perspectives on bullying and possible solutions.
Bullying is not only among the students. Parents also can bully. Teachers can bully.
The idea of stand up, speak up is even the solution to most of the social problems, social vices we have in the country. To avoid this issue, let us from home take care of our words. A word, I believe, is not for the wise.
I want to beg and appeal to all our tutors to make extra care, to show care, fatherly and motherly care to these pupils in their custody. Know that you have been specially chosen by God.
We must take adequate care to ensure that these children doesn't get straight, because they don't give us the protection and the welfare into our own hands.
The special advisor to Governor Aiyedatiwa on Women Affairs, Dr. Seun Osamaye, emphasized the importance of creating safe and nurturing environments where children can thrive and reach their full potential.
Our governor is committed to the welfare and development of all children in the state, and by God's grace, the Ministry of Women Affairs, which have in attendance the permanent secretary and all directors, will ensure the implementation of our EASE agenda, will ensure the implementation of every plans and programs and policies of the governor for the children.
Briefing journalists earlier on the activities lined up for the celebration, Dr. Osamaye mentioned that events such as poetry competitions, cultural dances, and a march past have been planned.
The Nigerian Children's Parliament, which is a powerful institution that empowers young people to participate meaningfully in decisions affecting their lives, which has either been moribund in the state for over a decade, has been revived, and by God's grace, the Ondo State Children's Parliament will be inaugurated.
She added that no fewer than 2,500 pupils from 100 primary and secondary schools across the state will participate in the competitions. Omoyola Hubiji, Osrc News.
In other news, 5 women have been arrested in Akure, Ondo State capital, for allegedly kidnapping a young boy and trafficked him to the eastern part of the country for organ harvesting. The suspects were paraded by the commander of the Ondo State Security Network, Amotekun Adetunji Adeleye, who described the act as a growing threat that must be urgently curbed. Osrc's Zimo Ebiemi has details, and the report is presented from our studio.
It was a dramatic end for 5 female suspects believed to be part of a child kidnapping syndicate as they were paraded by the Ondo State Amotekun Corps in Akure. The women were arrested after allegedly abducting a young boy, Enripomile Omolewo, and trafficked him to the eastern part of the country after medical tests in preparation for organ harvesting. Commander of the Amotekun Corps, Adetunji Adeleye, said the suspects specialized in targeting innocent children and that swift intelligence and collaboration with victims' family helped foil the plot. He commended Governor Loke Aiyedatiwa for empowering the Corps to act swiftly in such life-threatening cases.
Enripomile had exchanged hands, but we were able to bring him back to Ondo State, and is now being united with his family, his mother and father. It is a business they have been doing for long. So many children had been kidnapped and used for ritual purposes and organ harvesting. I want to once again thank the governor of Ondo State for the support and the moral booster that he gave to the Ondo State Security Network Agency.
The commander praised the vigilance of the Omolewo family, who reported the case on time, leading to the quick rescue of the child.
I want to enjoy parents once again to keep an eye on the future of this country, which are these children. We equally want to thank officers and men, especially the welfare department, that took special interest in retrieving this little boy. And I want to tell you that it has not been an easy task. But by the grace of God, we brought him back in good health and sound condition.
The family of Enripomile broke into songs and dances as they welcomed their son back home. The boy's grandmother and father could not hold back tears as they thanked God and the Amotekun Corps.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, orúkọ Jésù ẹ ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe, iṣẹ́ yín ò ní díṣẹ́.
The incident has renewed calls for vigilance and increased parental supervision. Commander Adeleye urged parents and guardians to always monitor their children's movements, describing children as the future leaders of our country who must be protected at all costs.
More news updates will come up at 6. To join us then. Good afternoon.